Hello, everyone. So, as a part of digital video lecture series, in this week, we are going to discuss about our course UI, user interface and user experience design. So, in that, we are discussing about the first unit, user interface design fundamental. In that fundamentals, we are going to see about the what are the principles and laws of digital interface design. So we should take care and we should follow while we are handling the digital interface design and all. So let into the topics. So can you guess, so what is this? So this is the blueprint for the designing of the interfaces. So the left side is that what are the things we are going to create. So and that right side is that the image, so we are going to display to the user. Okay. So laws of user interface and user experience. So UI UX laws are an understanding of psychology, specifically the psychology behind how users behave and interact with digital interfaces. The most elegant design can fail if it forces user to conform to the design rather than work within the blueprint of how humans perceive and process the world around them. So in this presentation, this slide, so we have picture the diagram for the laws of UI and UX. So there is basically three laws are there. So let us see one by one. So in that, before enter into the laws, so aesthetic usability effect is very important. So nowadays, so the user are interested, the interfaces must be aesthetics one. So it is also common for people to develop feelings of a positive attitude towards great design and rare for people to feel the same for less aesthetically pleasing product design. Okay. Next we are enter into the various laws. So first one is that Fitts law. So Fitts law states that the amount of time taken to move to end select a target is a function of the distance to the size of the target. So you can also use Fitts law to purposefully to make something harder to select by making it similar. So there are methods you can use apply Fitts law on both mobile and desktop viewpoints. And next thing we are going to see about that Kicks law. So these laws are very useful. So why we are saying these laws very useful is that, so based on that we are going to take the interface design. So people have idea about that. So what is interface and why it is important. So interface is provide the platform for the all the user, and we can connected various interconnected items or interconnected icons or interconnected the various pictures or pictorial representation and all. Okay, so now enter into the Kicks law. So Kicks law state that the more option a user is presented with, the longer it make them to make a decision. So these law, so we can provide it that, so this diagram is the graphical representation for that. So what is the time taken to execute the particular interface. So this is very powerful. Where it is very powerful, so designing the various pages like landing pages, moving images, and it's going to land it at our sites and all. And next we are going to see about Jacob's law. So what is the Jacob's law? So user, before see into these law, okay, we should care about that. So these laws and principles, how we can utilize effectively to design the either the desktop desktop or the mobile platform to create the interactive and very informative interfaces for the user. So nowadays the users are very interested to work on the various interfaces, so that must be very helpful to that the user and all. So user also interested that so what are the things we have completed in previously and earlierly. So these things, the particular interface must be remember, and next time we can resume our work. So it can be create a pop-up, so last time you have used these things and all. So these much of things are users are expected from the requirement and all. Okay, so now we are enter into the Jacob law. So user spent most of their time on other sites. So these means that user prepare your site to work the same way as well as other sites they already known. Just state that the particular Jacob laws state that so users spend more time on other websites too. So they expect your website to work in the same way that they are already familiar with it. So how we can create and what are the ways we to attract to get into the user into our site. This state that is a Jacob's law. So these are the assessment. So golden ratio law in UI designing, and what are the laws we can create it for UI designing, and how to get feedback from the user, and what are the simple handling mechanism and all. These are the reference I have taken for this presentation. So thank you.